The last house on Whisper Lane. Nobody wanted to live at the end of Whisper Lane. The road itself wasn't unusual. Quiet suburban pavement lined with maple trees and identical mailboxes. But the final house always remained empty for decades. Owners came, owners left, sometimes overnight, sometimes without taking their furniture. The real estate listings never mentioned why. When Daniel Harper bought the property, he thought he'd gotten lucky. 4 bedrooms, huge backyard, price far below market value. His friends joked about ghosts. Daniel laughed. "I don't believe in haunted houses," he said. 3 weeks later, he stopped laughing. The first thing he noticed was the silence. Not peaceful silence, not calm. Heavy silence, the kind that pressed against your ears until you noticed your own breathing too loudly. At night, the house creaked constantly, old wood expanding, pipes shifting, normal sounds, except they followed patterns, footstep patterns, upstairs, back and forth, every night at exactly 2:17 a.m. The first time he checked, nothing was there. The second time, nothing again. The third time, the hallway light was already on. Daniel was certain he had turned it off before bed. He stood at the bottom of the staircase, staring upward. The air smelled faintly damp, like wet soil. "Hello?" he called. No answer, but the footsteps stopped instantly, as if whatever had been walking knew he was listening. Things escalated slowly. Cabinet doors left open, the TV turning on by itself, cold spots in random rooms. Then came the knocking. 3 knocks, always 3, from inside the walls. Not loud, but deliberate, like someone trying to get attention without alerting others. Daniel hired an electrician, no wiring issues, a plumber, no pipe problems, an exterminator, no animals. Still, every night at 2:17, footsteps, knocking, then silence afterward. One night, Daniel decided to record it. He set his phone outside his bedroom door before sleeping. At 2:17, he woke to the familiar sound, steps moving slowly across the upstairs hallway. Pause, 3 knocks, then a voice, soft, barely audible. "Help me." Daniel froze in bed. The voice came from right outside his door. "Help me," it repeated. His chest tightened. Every instinct screamed not to open the door, but curiosity won. Slowly, he turned the knob, pulled the door open. The hallway was empty, but the air was freezing. His breath fogged in front of him. Then he saw it. Wet footprints leading down the hallway toward the staircase. Barefoot, small, child-sized. The footprints ended at the top of the stairs. Daniel followed them cautiously, heart pounding. Halfway down, he heard something new. Crying, soft sobbing, coming from the basement. He had never used the basement. It was unfinished, concrete floor, old furnace, storage space. The door was at the bottom of the stairs, closed. The crying came from behind it. "Hello?" he called.
The crying stopped instantly. Silence. Then 3 knocks from the other side of the basement door. Daniel's hand trembled as he reached for the knob. He hesitated, then opened it. The basement light flickered weakly. Nothing unusual. Concrete walls, old boxes, metal shelves, but the smell, rotten water, mud, decay. Near the center of the floor, he saw something strange, a rectangular section of concrete slightly darker than the rest, like it had been replaced or repaired. The crying started again, this time beneath his feet, under the concrete. Daniel stumbled backward. "Nope," he whispered. He shut the basement door, locked it, went upstairs, and didn't sleep. The next morning, he researched the house history, previous owners, property records, old news articles. What he found made his stomach drop. 32 years ago, a family had lived there, parents and a 6-year-old daughter named Lily. One night, Lily disappeared. No signs of forced entry, no evidence of kidnapping. Police searched the property, nothing found. Case went cold. Parents moved away within months. The house changed owners repeatedly after that. Daniel stared at the article photo, a smiling little girl with dark hair, barefoot. That night, 217 came again, footsteps, knocking, but this time a whisper directly beside his ear. "You found me." Daniel spun around, no one there. His bedroom door creaked open slowly on its own. The hallway light flicked on. Wet footprints formed again on the floor, one by one, leading toward the stairs, inviting him. He followed them downstairs, heart racing. The basement door stood open. He didn't remember opening it. The crying was louder now, desperate, panicked. "Please," the voice whimpered, "please help me." Daniel stepped into the basement. The concrete patch in the center looked different, cracked, as if pressure from below pushed upward. The crying turned into frantic scratching sounds from under the floor. "Oh God," Daniel whispered. He grabbed a hammer from a toolbox nearby, started striking the concrete. Crack, crack, crack. Each hit released a foul odor, rotting, wet earth. After several blows, the concrete gave way. A hole opened, darkness inside. Then a small hand shot up from the hole, grabbing his wrist. Daniel screamed. The hand was ice cold, skin gray, fingernails broken, a child's hand. Then another hand, pulling itself upward. A face emerged, mud-covered, sunken eyes, but moving, alive, or something like alive. "Thank you," the girl whispered, her mouth stretched into a wide smile, too wide, her jaw cracked audibly. "You let me out." Daniel tried to pull away, but her grip tightened impossibly. More hands emerged from the hole, dozens, grabbing his arms, his legs, his clothes. He fell forward onto the concrete. The hole widened unnaturally. Inside was not soil, not a body cavity, just darkness, endless. The girl's face hovered inches from his. "You're staying now," she said gently. "You found my place." The hands dragged him into the hole. Daniel screamed until dirt filled his mouth. Then silence. 2 months later, the house went back on the market, empty again, except for one new detail. At exactly 2:17 a.m., Footsteps echoed upstairs, followed by 3 knocks, and sometimes, if someone listened closely, 2 voices crying from beneath the basement floor, waiting for help.
The Library of Borrowed Time. There is a library hidden beneath London, somewhere between the tunnels of the London Underground and the old foundations near St. Paul's Cathedral. It does not lend books, it lends hours. No membership card is required, only regret. 1. The late arrival. Amelia Clark was always late. Not dramatically late, not irresponsibly late, just consistently 5 minutes behind her life. 5 minutes late to meetings, 5 minutes late to trains, 5 minutes late to apologies. It had cost her things, a promotion, a relationship, once even the chance to say goodbye to her grandmother before the hospital room emptied. "I thought I had more time," she had whispered then. That sentence lingered in her mind like a draft that never closed. On a rainy Thursday evening, she missed her train again at King's Cross Station. The doors shut inches from her umbrella. The carriage slid away. She exhaled sharply. Of course. The platform was nearly empty. The next train wouldn't arrive for 12 minutes. She checked the departure board. The display flickered, glitched, then showed a new line. Special service, Platform 0, departs immediately. Amelia frowned. There was no Platform 0. She had commuted for 8 years. Still, at the far end of the platform, beyond a maintenance barrier she had never noticed before, a narrow staircase descended. A small sign hung crookedly, Platform 0. The lights below glowed warmly. Against her better judgment, she walked down. 2. The train without passengers. The staircase opened onto a small underground platform. No advertisements, no announcements. A single train waited, old-fashioned, polished wood interior visible through large windows. The doors stood open. Inside, there were no passengers, only empty seats, and a conductor standing near the center carriage. He wore a dark navy uniform slightly out of fashion, a silver watch chain draped neatly across his vest. "You're just in time," he said pleasantly. Amelia blinked. "For what?" "For your delay." She hesitated. "I think I'm in the wrong place." "No," he replied calmly. "You're precisely where your 5 minutes went." She almost laughed, but something in his expression prevented it. The platform behind her had vanished, only darkness where the stairs had been. The train doors chimed softly. "Boarding closes shortly," he said. She stepped inside. 3. The ticket. The interior smelled faintly of old paper and rain. As soon as she sat, a ticket appeared in her hand, cream-colored, embossed lettering, "Borrowed time, 5 minutes, departure, now, return, conditional." Her pulse quickened. "What is this?" she asked. The conductor moved through the carriage, adjusting non-existent luggage. "You have misplaced 5 minutes on many occasions," he said. "We have collected them." "You can't collect time." He smiled faintly. "We prefer not to waste it." The train began moving, silently, no jolt, no tunnel noise. Through the window, she saw not darkness, but scenes, moments from her life
flickering past like stations: her childhood bedroom, her first office, the hospital hallway where she had arrived too late. "Can I change them?" she whispered. The conductor paused. "You may revisit one." "Only one?" "Time, like seeing, is limited." 4. The selection. The train slowed. Outside the window appeared the hospital corridor, bright, sterile, her younger self rushing down it, 5 minutes too late. She felt her throat tighten. "I choose this," she said immediately. The conductor nodded once. The train stopped. The doors opened. 5 minutes, he reminded her. She stepped onto the corridor. Instantly, she was there again. The antiseptic smell, the muted beeping machines. Her past self stood frozen mid-step. Time paused. Amelia moved forward cautiously, into the hospital room. Her grandmother lay in bed, breathing shallowly. Alive. Her chest ached. She approached the frail hand gently. Her grandmother's eyes opened slowly, focused. "Amelia?" she whispered. Tears blurred her vision. "I'm here," she said softly. "I'm sorry I'm late." Her grandmother smiled faintly. "You always were," she murmured affectionately. Amelia laughed through tears. "I love you," she said. The words settled differently this time. Complete. Finished. Her grandmother squeezed her hand weakly. "I know." A faint chime echoed down the corridor. 5 minutes. The hospital room began to fade. Amelia stepped backward reluctantly. The train doors waited behind her. She boarded just as the corridor dissolved into light. 5. The return policy. Back in the carriage, she clutched the ticket. The embossed lettering shifted. Borrowed time, redeemed, return, accepted. She looked at the conductor. Did that change anything? He tilted his head slightly. For you? Yes. For the world? Time rarely edits events, only understanding. The train began slowing again. Through the window, she saw Platform 0 reappearing, the dim glow of underground lights. The conductor opened the door. "One more question," she said quickly. He waited. "Why me?" He checked his silver watch. "You noticed your lateness. Many don't." The doors opened fully. "Be punctual," he added gently. "Not for schedules, for moments." 6. On time. Amelia stepped off the train. The platform was gone again. Only the familiar staircase back to King's Cross. She climbed quickly. The departure board showed her original train, delayed by 5 minutes. She stared at it. Passengers stood casually along the platform, unaware. The train arrived. Doors opened. She stepped inside, sat down, exactly on time. Her phone buzzed. A calendar reminder she had set weeks ago but ignored. Call Mum. She didn't wait. She dialed immediately. The phone rang twice. "Everything all right?" her mother asked. "Yes," Amelia said softly. "Just calling on time." A pause, then a warm laugh. "Well, that's new." Amelia smiled, watching the city lights streak past the window. 5 minutes could not rewrite history, but they could close a sentence properly. And somewhere beneath London, between forgotten tunnels and silent tracks, a train waited at Platform 0, collecting what others thought they had lost and lending it back when they were finally ready to arrive.